What up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Two things before we get started. One thing I want to ask y'all to go to the Underground Dialogue podcast. That is our podcast channel, and subscribe and check out the latest episodes and all the back episodes. Number two, the new K-Rino comic book, The Annihilation of the Evil Machine, is available for pre-order right now. So I will put the link where y'all can go check it out and place your order for the new comic book with your big brother. Let's get right into it, man. A lot of times when we go through stuff in life or whatever position that we're in life, we will look at how it's somebody else's fault or some other thing is the reason why we are in the position that we're in. And I would say outside of people who just find a way to make excuses and whine and complain about everything or fabricate things, the majority of people who make those claims of why they're in a particular situation, I give the benefit of the doubt and say, yeah, okay. Yeah, they're right. Especially when you can look at it and it's provable. You say, yeah, you're right. Yeah, that wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault that your mother was on drugs. It wasn't your fault that your daddy was never there. It wasn't your fault that you grew up as a child in an abusive situation and in a bad household situation. Those things were not your fault. So we have to honestly say that. But we also have to be honest with ourselves to say that, okay, the same way we can acknowledge those things of why we're here, then we should be able to pull ourselves out of those situations. And whether you have to go get some type of counseling or therapy, whether you have to get some type of spiritual upliftment and connection to the Creator to bring you out of, to learn principles, to make you understand how to get out of it, whether you have to lean on other people who may have gone through the same things or that you've gone through and overcome it, regardless of what gotta happen, it gotta happen. We have to get to the point where we understand that it's okay to say why we in a situation, but it's not okay to just accept that situation and just to bathe in it and dwell in it for the rest of your life and make that be the reason why you never turn out to be nothing. We can't get to the point where that's all right to do. Now, you have people that may be in their teens, late teens, 20s, 30s, and up that are still using those reasons as to why they haven't been able to pull themselves up and make something out of their life. And people will rock with you only for so long, even with your reason being legit. Because people will acknowledge that, okay, yeah, it was messed up what happened to you, man. It was messed up how you got to this point. But they'll start to give you advice. They'll start to try to help you along with solutions to get you, to bring you out of that and tell you and suggest things that you could do to, hey, man, well, why don't you try this? Or, hey, man, they got this other place where you can probably do this or do that. And when you start to decide that you're just going to have a pity party all the time, you either don't want to hear it or you hear it, but you ignore it. Or you hear it and you act like you taking it in, or you acting like you're going to do it, but you don't, because you never had any intentions of doing it. Because if you're not careful, you can get to the point where the sympathy that you receive from other people becomes a drug to you. You get addicted to people saying, oh man, people hearing your story and going, oh man, I hate that happened to you, man. Oh man. Okay. Hate that happened to you, but what you gonna do? Because that's me. I'm that friend. I'm that one that's gonna say, oh yeah, that was messed up, man. So so what are you doing now to kind of dig yourself out of that or get out of that situation? And then you offer them advice and little tidbits of information that could improve their life. But you gotta want it. You got to want it for yourself. If you go through life as a grown man or a grown woman and just not wanting nothing for yourself, or you want something for yourself, but you ain't willing to get down to get it, then I hate to say it, man, you basically getting the life that you've created for yourself, the life that you've earned for yourself by not doing anything. Because you can't change the past. You can't change what put you in the situation, no matter how much you think back on it, dwell on it, cry about it, complain about it. There's no scenario that's going to wipe it out. There's no scenario that's going to put you in a time machine and repair it, and then all of a sudden, everything is good. You have to put a period on that period of your life, and then start writing a new sentence moving forward. And once you do that, that starts to place you further and further away from the past situation in your mind. You have to start to distance yourself from that situation in your mind. See, because time is going to create distance from whatever your growing up situation was, however crazy your parents was, or whatever happened to you. Time creates distance and space between that, but where the real distance has to be created is up here. And it's not that you forget it, it's just that you're putting so many different things in motion. You're working to make your life better for you and whoever else you might love in your life, to where now that gap between that trauma and where you are now starts to widen out. Starts to widen out and widen out and widen out. So yeah, you can say all day, well, man, I didn't put myself in this situation. I ain't the one who did this. That. You can say that all day long, and it could be 1,000% true. Yeah, you didn't put yourself in the situation, but guess what? It's up to you to get yourself out of it. All right, man, it's your big brother, K-Rino. I'll hit y'all with another one real soon. Appreciate the love. Peace.